This episode contains discussions of a song with sexually explicit lyrics, although they are delivered in a tongue-in-cheek satirical way. But still, listen at your own discretion. It is Monday, the 18th of November, 2024. My name is Pigeon and this is my song of the day. It's the start of another week here. This week is an unbound, unthemed week, just a normal week of me talking about different songs, although there are some specific dates this week where I'm talking about specific things for specific reasons, and today is one of those dates because today is the 2-year anniversary of me and my boyfriend, and as such, I am talking about a song by one of his favorite bands, and that song is Kiss the Go-Goat by Ghost. Now, if you don't know anything about Ghost, they're a Swedish band. They present themselves like a metal band, but they're really very rarely actually metal. They're mostly like a hard rock, arena rock, occasionally proggy, sometimes dipping into heavy metal. But when I say heavy metal, I more mean like Iron Maiden-y heavy metal, like almost more glammy, I suppose. They're just not a very heavy band. They're not really what you would associate with that name, despite how they present themselves, because they perform as characters and in costume, and they have this like sort of religious imagery. It's very interesting. The lead singer, for a long time, was anonymous. He was only known by his stage names, of which there were many. He has gone by various incarnations of Papa Emeritus 1, 2, 3, and 4. He has gone by Cardinal Copia, and then the rest of the band is a group of nameless ghouls who all wear like identical costumes and masks. And so they have this kind of like obscured character imagery, but their music isn't as heavy as you would think it is from that description. And this song is no exception. This is a song called Kiss the Go-Goat, like I said, and it's very like 60s psychedelica sort of sounding, but it is about sort of Satanist topics in sort of a satirical way, and I won't say any more about it until after we've listened to it, so let's go do that now, and then come back in a few minutes and talk about it. And there it is, that's Kiss the Go-Goat by Ghost. So, if you hadn't gathered, the song is about submitting yourself to the devil. And I mean that in every sense of the word, because it's about playing around with black magic and being seduced by the devil, I suppose would be the term. And the chorus is encouraging the person being addressed by the song to kiss the goat. Goat, of course, being like a standard part of the satanic imagery, you know, the cloven hooves and all that, and the horns. And an important bit about this is osculum obscenum, which is said just before the chorus. And according to my Googling, that apparently means the shameful kiss, which is like a thing from witchcraft of witches kissing Satan's asshole. So this song is saying, hey baby, eat the devil's ass. And it very much feels like they're intentionally leaning into like the people who are like, oh, that band is full of Satanists, and they're just kind of like making this kind of silly song about kissing the devil on the ass. So that's fun. It's just a very silly, very horny song, and it's done in the 60s psychedelic style, which again is not what you'd expect when you hear this band described to you, and it's great. So let's talk about it, shall we? It starts off with the refrain, hey baby, kiss the goat, whoa, kiss, kiss the go-goat, and then the verse, you've been playing around with magic that is black, but all the powerful magical mysteries never gave a single thing back. You've been daddied by all the dudes that want a dad, and all those dads never gave you the things that you should have had. I enjoy you've been playing around with magic that is black, just to kind of fit the rhyme in there, despite no one's, it's black magic, that's what it is. All the powerful magical mysteries never gave a single thing back. Now that sounds like a reference to Magical Mystery Tour by the Beatles, which isn't really a shock in something that is kind of done in a 60s psychedelic style, but also that album is when they kind of went into stranger, more spiritualist, more occult topics in their music and music videos as well themselves, so it makes sense as a reference here. You've been daddied by all the dudes that want a dad, and all those dads never gave you the things that you should have had. So this is presumably referring to, you know, sleeping around with other people who used you, you know? You've been daddied by all the dudes that want a dad, like you've been controlled by people who want to control people, and all those dudes never gave you the things that you should have had. So like not finding the right thing, right? And the implication here being that Satan is the right thing. Then we get to the pre-chorus. It ain't always what it seems when you cling on to a dream. It ain't always there to please you, but he's the guy you want to do, and you know that it takes two. Luckily, he wants to do you too. Satan, Lucifer, osculum obscenum. Hey baby, kiss the goat. Oh, kiss, kiss, kiss the go-goat. Hey baby, hey, 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 kiss the goat. Oh, kiss, kiss, kiss the go-goat. So, yeah, it's talking about, like, you can't always get what you want. It ain't always what it seems when you cling onto a dream and it's always there to please you. You don't always get what you want, or you don't always have the right idea of what you want. You, like, pursue something thinking it'll be one way, and then it isn't the way you think it'll be. But then it says, but he's the guy you want to do. So it's saying, like, but this is what you want. He's the guy you want to do, which is such a funny way to phrase it. It's so blunt. You want to have sex with him. And you know that it takes two. Luckily, he wants to do you too. So that's good, I guess. Satan, Lucifer, Osculum Obscenum. So like I said, Satan, Lucifer, the shameful kiss. And then you hear the... The kiss sound is what kills me. Like, it makes it hard to sing along to this song because it's so obvious what you're doing. If no one's paying attention, you can be singing the song to yourself and they won't hear the lyrics. But when you suddenly interrupt it to go... It's kind of awkward, but it cracks me up every time. So then, yeah, just the refrain of kiss the goat, kiss the go-goat. And then we get the pre-chorus section again. It ain't always what it seems. That glitter wasn't gold as opposed to what they told you. But he's the guy you want to do, and you know that it takes two. Luckily, he wants to do you too. Satan, Lucifer, Osculum Obscenum. And then instead of going into the, hey, baby, it just goes into a big keyboard and guitar solo. So just a slight variant on the previous bit. All that glitters ain't gold, common phrase. So, it ain't always what it seems. That glitter wasn't gold as opposed to what they told you. So like I said, things aren't always the way that you think they are, or won't turn out as well as you think they will. And then going back to, but he's the guy you want to do. And then after the Osculum Obscenum, you get and then the last part of the song after the big keyboard and guitar solo, which is great. I love me a good keyboard and guitar solo. You get the original pre-chorus, the when you cling onto a dream and always there to please you. And then after the Osculum Obscenum, he kisses 3 times. He goes... And then he gives a big, and then the song goes, psh, and like does this big kind of ending bit. Oh, it's so silly. It's so much fun to sing along to, and it's so ridiculous. And I enjoy it very much. And I know that my boyfriend enjoys it. That's why I'm talking about it today. So happy anniversary to us. Quite a silly song to talk about for the day that's in it, but you'll understand. Yeah, it's just great. This was released on a EP, which was just 2 songs. It was this and Mary on a Cross. Mary on a Cross is their song that went viral a few years ago and is kind of how people know them. And they're both similar in the way they kind of comment on religious topics in silly ways. So that's fun. So I think that's pretty much going to do it. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell other people about this show. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Break it down.
But their music isn't as heavy as you would think they as heavy. And oh, that band is full of Satanists, and they're just kind of like making this kind of silly song about kissing the devil on the ass. You never go ass to mouth. All that glitters in gold. And they're both similar in the way they kind of comment on religious topics in silly ways, tongue-in-cheek ways, so to speak. Tongue-in-cheek, talking about kissing the goat's ass. Anyway,